All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone from the ESOC community and any random Twitch viewers that we may accumulate over the course of the day. So, as you can see from the schedule, we're going to be doing NekoBerk versus General Bender at 1700 GMT. Then an hour later, Victor Sway versus Groog 145, and then at 20 GMT, we're doing Aragon OP versus Peasant. And then we may actually do a rec in between if we have time of Migo versus whoever he's playing. So that's the plan for today. Our casters will be myself, Forgrin, and Jesus.
Well, hi.
All right, great. So our first series here, you can see NekoBerk versus General Bender. Stream is now live, so we're just gonna wait for the for the delay to confirm, and then we're gonna get on with the game. All right.
Well, yeah, seems people are getting hyped. Nice.
Yeah. All right, so Jesus, you said that you know NekoBerk. What can you tell me about him as a player?
So, I don't really remember his best civilizations, but
yes.
Until recently he was first lieutenant, but has grown stronger ever since. I used to take many games from him, but now he's just way better.
Mm-hmm.
So we see a legit captain here.
That's awesome, yeah. He's playing Brits, and we got Bender clicking in as Russia, so this is a match that we're going to see today. Obviously, this is group stage. There's not really any civ rules, so this is just the matches we're going to see. People will just be playing their favorite civs and whatnot. First map is
also,
of course,
it will be best of 3.
Yes, best of 3 and group stage match. All right, perfect. Okay, we have stream is confirmed live, so we can get on with the match now if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes.
Right on.
And the first map is, of course, Kamchatka.
You want to go ahead and introduce the players once we get in?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
You in yet?
Not yet, still loading. Usually takes like a second for mine to load. Oh, there we go.
All right. So I just begin then.
Yeah.
We have NekoBerk in the color blue at the left top corner and playing Brits. And in the right bottom corner, we have General Bender as Russia. And we do see a coin start.
Yeah, that's right. So coin start you'd say probably favorable for British, just because they can do the market and Russia really can't, at least with the food cost reverted, or so I hear. I don't play Russia. Do you have any insight on that?
I'd say if he's decent, he just lets this gold until he ages. But no, he collects it now. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, it's not a huge change. It just does slow your age up down slightly.
I think he will have to chop a little more wood for the blockhouse later on.
Exactly. So we do see NekoBerk is going for the market right off the bat.
Yeah.
Probably going to go for the early hunting dogs. And there you go. Wow, he's already got it in queue. He's going to have hunting dogs finished at just past a minute. That's a very fast hunting dogs.
Exactly no. Ah, okay, yeah. He intends to trade the gold into wood then.
Exactly.
And we already see some goat hunting.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, so right now, NekoBerk actually only has 1 goat to Bender's 3.
But I'm not sure if they know where the goats are on the map.
Yeah, exactly. The scouting patterns kind of deter me a bit. I mean, like, so Bender went kind of up in an arc around from like around here to here, which is sort of kind of normal. But normally you'd kind of, if you're gonna scout the center island first, you want to like go around the whole thing to try and get all the goats.
Yeah, there are always 2 bunched up at the same spot.
Exactly. Usually like around this area, and then like around here or something like that. And then there's
Yeah,
always
exactly.
the good treasures on the middle as well. So it's a good spot to start.
So let's take a look at the hunts and coin mines.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty fair.
Yeah, I'd say so for sure. The coin mines are both kind of in front, but more to the side for NekoBerk. Like he doesn't have a bat coin mine, which might be a little bit problematic should Russia push him, but it's not really a balance issue. I mean, they're both fine.
Yeah. Also, NekoBerk actually built his market and houses accordingly to secure the mine.
Yeah, that's very smart. He's kind of got this little building wall in front of the mine, and I assume that he'll extend it with a manor or two. Kind of
pretty neat.
here. You want to do everything you can to kind of block those 5 Cossack.
Oh yeah. And those sure are a pain to deal with. Yeah, and General Bender collecting some 80 food treasure.
Exactly, yeah.
Meanwhile, forgetting a goat.
You know, it actually takes some amount of AVM to like be able to deal with the. Oh my god.
Let's explore.
While we were looking at goats, NekoBerk somehow lost an explorer to that 3 tiger 150 coin treasure. So that's really unfortunate. Well, at least for him, he's already aging. So is Russia.
Yeah, also researching Gangster.
Yeah, it's just kind of going with the standard Brit eco play at this point.
Yeah.
Not many manors yet, but I assume that might change. So yeah, obviously he has Virginia Company in his deck, but he hasn't shipped it. He also has Land Grab, which is the one that makes mills and plantations cheaper.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad against Russia.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna, if you know you're gonna be zoned off hunts really hard, or if it's like a lower hunt map in general, like Kamchatka sort of is. I mean, like there's a fair bit of hunt, but it's kind of off in these weird corners, and it's kind of difficult to secure. Kind of laggy, he says. Okay, well, yeah.
No, actually, it was just because I looked into the decks.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure they're fine with that. Oh, see, Bender's actually going for 300 wood first. That's obviously.
Oh, and also 2P.
Yeah. This is an interesting build, and I wonder what he's going for.
Does he actually have a strategy?
Well, I mean, exactly. I mean, he's just now sending the 3 vills forward. I thought that maybe he was going for some sort of, maybe like Cav semi or like late in base blockhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're seeing NekoBerk is just laying down his stable in base right now, which I believe, and he started 500 food. Like he aged up with 500 food, which I believe is sort of like a kind of becoming new standard against Russia, because sort of 10 cav plus Minutemen will kind of beat just about anything else just about anything Russia has.
Yeah, although I do like that tower, plus the 200 gold for steel traps.
Yeah, that's really good, especially if you're starting Musk or something and your coin requirements are lower. It just allows you to like, throw almost all your bills on coin right away. Or
yeah,
food,
but
rather.
I fear that Bender is slightly late with his units and blockouts.
Yeah, I mean, like the way you can definitely tell the blockhouse is late is the Cossacks came from the TC, not the blockhouse.
Yeah. But we'll see about the villager, for example.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that villager is pretty far out, and if he's not quick about pulling it back, he might.
Oh no, he goes the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I fear.
Now a full batch of 5 cav, and it looks like there's no watching of the units happening. Oh no. That's really unfortunate. Oh, but no, NekoBerk walked back for just a second. He He could have had the snare. He could have easily killed those Cossacks.
Yeah. But he undid his snare by microing his hussar.
It's always a thing to be said about over-microing your units at some point.
Yeah.
Right? Oh boy, so we see 5 Cossack, 13 Strelets, so it's the good old rush. I mean, at least he's making villagers, so we got that.
Right. I'll take a look on text being researched. Oh no, completed, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, NekoBerk already got steel traps.
Exactly, yeah. Just going very standard Brit for the most part, just sort of like a cab start with the 500 food age up.
Oh, and actually already built a Rex.
Yeah, he's already added in the racks of 700 wood. This seems like quite a well-practiced build against Russia, but it looks like if he's not careful, he might lose this bill. Yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to lose that bill.
And there the Cossacks go. Oh.
I mean, that doesn't feel good, but killing all those Cossacks in return is probably a pretty good feeling too. Oh, he could have actually gotten... Yeah, he could have gotten that Cossack away. Like, he had it out of snare, but he walked it back in.
Yeah, he will get it before he meets the other units.
Yeah, exactly.
But going Strelets does favor NekoBerk.
Exactly. So, precisely like shipping Strelets at that time. See, Minutemen and Huss, or maybe even just 6 Huss, can easily kill this entire army if he just focuses.
You can just engage this even with a batch of 2.
Yeah, precisely. If he just focuses down the musket, he should be totally fine. Yeah, he doesn't even really need the Minutemen here, to be honest. Well, maybe with the additional muskets coming in. Because he should have had muskets of his own. There you go, muskets of his own popping out.
And this could already be it.
I mean, like, when you go 5, 13, 4, it's Russia, and you don't... you only kill 1 vill, you're, things aren't looking so hot. I mean, right now, if you look at the scores, NekoBerk is 30... Well, his score just changed, but he was 33 points ahead.
Yeah, and the other Cossacks also going down.
Oh, no. Yeah, so basically, you just had 2 nearly completely wasted Cossack shipments. I mean, I don't think they killed...
Now you can just push the blockhouse.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, he's just planning to send things off to raid. I actually don't mind that, just because if you look at his Huss, almost all of them are low HP. So maybe he shouldn't push the blockhouse exactly right now.
Well, Bender is pretty sloppy with his builds, so...
Yeah. Luckily the coin line is pretty close. He's sending the Minutemen right now? I don't think that's really necessary, because he could have killed all those Huss with TC fire if they decided to stay.
Yeah, it's like the usual thing players tend to do on lower levels. They overreact.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be very judicious about when you're going to use your Minutemen.
Yeah. Well, we see if Bender gets anything out of this fight.
It looks like he does have the infantry advantage, and he just got Boyars. I mean, it's only affecting his like 3 Strelets right now.
Yeah.
But should the game go later? Wow, he's actually succeeding in killing quite a few vills.
Yeah.
NekoBerk, like, I mean, he shipped 5 vill 600 wood. Maybe he's overboomed a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, right now his score is dramatically. The score is dramatically in his favor.
Almost double.
Yeah. So if we go to units in queue, nothing for NekoBerk right now. Looks like he's he's just kind of, his vills have kind of been milling around there. You see a lot of vills on wood, so he's a bit mismacroed right now. He could have had more units, for sure.
Yeah.
Just feels like a sort of macro mistake that he just.
And also he should have already heard it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's adding in longbows now, which I mean, I guess, but I don't think you really have to do that against Russia, honestly. Unless they're going like a massive amount of Strelets.
Yeah, like longbows against Russia is just motivating the opponent to build a stable.
Yeah. Which, as we've learned from like new style Russia, is really scary. Like Cossack Mask is like the legitimately scary thing about Russia.
Yeah, NekoBerk actually choosing to age up.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. Instead of making units, I guess he's kind of
Yeah, but
decided that
now
he's
he,
just gonna try and win by
yeah,
doing
and this will actually be the winner here.
yeah. Yeah, it looks like those long women in really good position. They're sort of split up so that Bender can't like fully commit onto them and kind of nullify the range advantage. Yeah, now so he's got some Strelets out, but obviously just because of the lower pop efficiency of Russian units, he's definitely down in
Yeah, and
military
also
score.
he doesn't really watch them, so they will. Ah, no, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's still gonna use a couple Strelets for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's painful. 5 Hussar coming out now for the Brit player. Yeah, he's researching veteran Hussar right now, so he's gonna go for a Hussar longbow composition, which is pretty good against Russia, I'd say, especially when Russia doesn't have a stable. Bender's shipped 700 coins, so it looks like he's just trying to mass a bit, I guess, but he only has the 1 blockhouse and no stable, so I mean, what can he really get out of this?
Yeah, that's a pretty awkward macro right now.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's floating a bunch of resources. And he's down.
Oh wow, we didn't actually see that he started off with 300 wood.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. And then he didn't really seem to do anything with it. I mean, like, he got his blockhouse, but I feel like with slightly better H1 macro.
Yeah, I think we'll see G call soon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bender's just losing all his units here. He just has way too many resources and no way to spend them. Sending Minutemen for a cheeky raid, but I don't think that's really going to turn the course of the game. If we look at units lost, NekoBerk has lost 3, now 4 villagers, and he's going to lose. Yeah, he's going to lose 1 more, but not really going to make a huge difference.
Oh, actually, there was like a Minuteman raid going on.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It actually killed 2 villagers, but NekoBerk was able to kill them off with the Vil fire.
At this point, he doesn't have to care anymore.
Yeah, exactly. When you're 10 Vils up and you're 53 military pop to 0, and your opponent doesn't have a military production facility, it's just about over. Bender is aging, interestingly, so I'm not really sure exactly what his plan here is going to be. I mean, Russia does have 20 Strelets, I guess, but those will die to 5 Hussars, so...
Also, not really an H3 heavy deck.
Yeah, no kidding. NekoBerk
There's nothing that can save him.
Yeah, NekoBerk has actually put down a 2nd stable, and he's actually pumping out a bunch of Hussar now, so that's going to nullify pretty much anything that Bender can do.
Oh wow, Bender actually having shipped 700 wood and now has no H3 shipment. Oh man.
Yeah, I think, and now 2 Falks coming, this timing is going to be completely impossible to hold.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, Bender's putting down 2 blockhouses, and he's floating a bunch of like 1k food and 400 wood, but I mean, he's just not going to be able to train units fast enough.
Yeah, he's trying, we see that, and it's not a bad idea to go to blockhouse now, but it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Bender's calling GG.
Oh man. What a sight.
Damn, that's Bender, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess the hard rush probably can work against Brits, but maybe not 13
You have to
Strel.
actually rush.
Yeah, exactly. You have to actually like put your units in there, and you probably shouldn't go 13 Strel against Cab Start. But
and also not really a TP because you need that wood for your early blockhouse.
Exactly, yeah, because you want to it's so important to get this Cossack in their base like as soon as you can, because what happened there is that the Cossack showed up in the base here as the Hussar were coming out of the stable.
He thinks he needs a special UI to watch the scores.
Oh, what you're producing? Well, there's options. There's options. Yeah. You can go in the options menu for that.
Do we need to look at the post game, or I think there wasn't really.
I'll take a quick look at the post game. It's basically the villager graph is NekoBerk just, smashing it. All races gathered way ahead, military unit population. He won that
Doing
first.
the Brit thing.
Yeah, exactly. He won all the fights pretty hard, I'd say.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we can get out of here.
Yeah, and I think we also tell the vendor guy that he can actually enable the scars in the options.
Yeah. That's really smart. Do you wanna do that? I'm just gonna take a look at the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, excellent. So next map is Malaysia. It's an interesting one for sure.
Oh yeah. I got pretty hard by that map yesterday.
This map is actually like, I don't know. It's not my favorite map, but it's okay.
It somewhat looks incomplete.
Yeah. And there's some like weird design choices, like the impenetrable AoE2 style tree line and whatnot. But I mean, I think it's very interesting. Like it's definitely unique in that way. I think it would have been cool to like experiment with like some impenetrable tree line at the middle of the map. Go for like that. So you could have sort of like the Black Forest or whatever type map.
Oh yeah.
If anyone remembers AoE2.
Oh, so NekoBerk actually identifying the resource distribution on Malaysia.
No kidding. Yeah. It's a good map for India, I'd say, just because of the way the hunts spawn and whatnot. It'd be kind of weird to hurt them towards your town center properly. It's good to rush. He's going to green into India versus France, which is usually quite a bad matchup for India. But at this skill level, I mean, you can probably separate rush and be totally okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he might even go just 10-10 and end this quick.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to be back in like 10 seconds. I'm just going to grab some more water.
All right. So meanwhile, I might just as well talk about the map, Malaysia. It's pretty a low hunt. You have to go out of your base very soon. So you really don't want to sit in your base there exactly when an aggro fort is being set up.
Okay.
All right. I just explained the map a little before we get in.
Okay, sure. Totally. All right. Jim says Jesus is a little bit too loud, so I'm going to turn you down slightly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. There you go. That should be better.
I was actually the one trying to observe the chat and failed.
That's all right.
All right, there we go. Now in the right corner is in the color blue, NekoBerk as India. And in the bottom corner, it's General Bender as France.
Exactly.
And for the players already knowing the map, they are looking for all the cows now.
Yeah, exactly. See, Bender is actually going straight up to the TP, which is not a bad scouting point to start off as, because there's like good treasure that starts like beside the TPs, sort of, and there's always a couple cows in that area.
Yeah, maybe his choice of civilization was actually due to the scout he has.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea. There are a lot of cows you can get in this map for sure, and
yeah,
if someone is 10-10ing against you, which isn't happening, then it can be good to have a bit.
Yeah, well, I think NekoBerk would just play it safe here. No, not really 10-10 against France, not the best idea.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, he's putting down the house. He's got bills on wood. He's not
Yeah.
10-10ing for sure.
So yeah, I guess they're just looking for all the small wood treasures right now.
Yeah, exactly.
At least NekoBerk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you look at the... Whoa.
Well, General Bender actually got many cows. Let's take a short look at the decks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if there was like a little lag right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I seem to be having some sort of glitch with my UIs. This is interesting.
Yeah, like Bender actually has a pretty H2 heavy deck.
Yeah, you check those out. I mean, he's got 700 food. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have. There's no 7 skirms in there. He's got mercs instead. I mean, it's not horrible, but
You could do that,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He seems to know the map pretty good, so...
Exactly, yeah.
Meanwhile, India has some rather interesting shipments available also.
Yeah, let's see what he's got going. Wow, he's got the rice paddies are cheaper and stronger.
Yeah,
So
rice paddies.
so you've seen that NekoBerk definitely likes those sort of like improved paddies and plantations and mills cards.
Yeah.
And he's got Team 4 Urumi. I mean, like, is the Sun City just not high enough or something for 5? Oh wait, no, it's EP, right? I forgot they nerfed that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did. They nerfed it to 4. So obviously that's going to make it a lot worse than 1v1. NekoBerk is laying down his aggro right on time. It's perfect. There's nothing.
But fairly defensive.
Yeah, fairly defensive, I'd say. I mean, like, the way that the aura, like the town center aura works, he could probably only, like, maybe place it here. So it's not like it could get a whole lot closer.
Yeah. Actually, in my game yesterday, my opponent tower rushed me and the tower was, like, here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually true. I got like a blockhouse rushed in one of my tourney games, and the tower, yeah, exactly that blockhouse was like right there. And I was like,
Yeah, and denying that hunt, it was so bad.
And then like the only hunt you have is like the one behind the trees.
Yeah, and you can't get that one around.
Yeah, it just never comes around the trees. Like no matter what you do, it's an interesting map for sure. Oh my god.
Oh dear. Is there anything interesting going on right now, except for just aging? Bender actually has a pretty H2
A's helping me out in the chat. Yeah.
Alright, okay, I do it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there you go. I got the little black bar thing to go away, but I had to wait for the stream delay to catch up.
Oh great, now I tapped out and in again, and now the sound is way too loud.
Oh no, yeah. I worked around that by like, you just like set your game sounds to max, and then you just like, you toggle the sound by the Windows sound control.
Alright, the aggro is up.
Yeah. See, NekoBerk's going for the consulate first, like he chopped for the consulate instead of the market, which means that I was going to say either cons rush or you're going to see 300 export first and for auto vills.
Yeah.
And since it's in base, I would assume that it's going to be auto vills, which I think is totally fine.
Sure.
Yeah. We actually see rack start from Bender. So if we look at units in queue, 3 Sepoy and 5 Musk. So he's going to kind of hold it with Musk, which is probably, I want to say it's better on this map, but I'm not exactly sure.
I don't really like a Musk start against India.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, actually, Expo coming in for Bender, so
Wow.
he actually rushes India.
With Expo. It's interesting.
Well, okay, I don't know how that will pan out, but
yeah, especially like in its early time, like the elephants are so good against crossbowmen.
oh yeah, and actually those crossbowmen
Yeah.
running aimlessly around.
Oh no. Going for a crossbow raid or something, I suppose. People.
Yeah, and elephants plus Sepoy wrecking the musketeers now.
Yeah, exactly. I find that interesting. People are always like, "Oh, like Sepoy like totally beat crossbowmen," and I think like that's like partially true. They do go kind of even, but it's mostly the elephants. Honestly, the elephants are so good against crossbows.
Yeah, as you can see from the fight, musketeer versus Sepoy, the Sepoys barely take any damage.
Yeah, they're doing perfectly okay. I mean, okay, yeah.
Now
So he actually is cons rushing. Interestingly, you
yeah,
see the Brit consulate musks. I mean, that's probably okay versus this. He must have seen the expo and decided to change his
yeah.
strat. Normally you'd
Oh,
go.
and that's cruel.
That was a really nice melee switch right there. Yeah, so he's actually going full cons rush. 300 export, 5 Sepoy. Would have liked to see the consulate forward, I guess, if he was going to go cons rush. I mean, but it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Oh, but I think he actually adapted this, and he actually wanted to go for the auto builds.
Then he saw a bow first, and he decided
Yeah.
to, yeah.
So he might as well rush.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Bender's now shipped coins, so I think, I mean, I guess Bender's going to try and age. I mean, he has, like, no food, but...
he won't survive this.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, Bender getting to know the map right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Off his hunt.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the unhurtable hunt. It's just like sort of barely making its way around the trees.
Yeah.
Bender does call minute room, which is kind of deflect the Sepoy for now. But I mean, they'll just come back in a minute. So.
Yeah, well, if he manages to age until then, which is not that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does have all these cows that he's eating, but I don't think there's actually enough food in those to make anything happen.
No, and he's not doing a semi. He does produce units right now.
Yeah, exactly. He's still got mustn't.
Oh, 3 caps. The legendary shipment.
Do we have kick-ass in the room?
May kick us proud.
Oh, we got 4 sour out now for NekoBerk, so
yeah, and this is go time, and he will probably win with this.
Exactly. This is such a strong timing push against this sort of build from France.
Oh well.
Yep.
But maybe 3 Cavs will save the day.
Yeah, who knows? They could kill like 5 Vils. You know?
Come on.
If you really believe 3 Cavs can do anything. Look at this! Look at this! He's getting right on him.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, 3 Cavs.
Oh, 3 Cavs. Oh, but sadly.
Oh no, the Sepoy coming out at just the right time, or the wrong time, depending on whose team you're on.
Yeah, meanwhile, the base is getting wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. So we look at units lost. NekoBerk's lost 2 Vils, and Bender's lost 3 CDB trying to defend his base. And he's lost 23 musket. Oh my god.
It seems General Bender is a pirate.
Indeed. Alright, so that's probably going to be game over. I mean, no hunt anywhere to be seen. 4 CDB coming out next to you. I mean, he has no more units. Don't like French anymore. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree with that. GG's, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright, GG.
Well, yeah. That was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's say this was like expected.
Proceeding exactly as planned, but you know, but all is good. All is well and good.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to see 3 calves like expos wandering around.
Oh, it was definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see, Bender didn't even really make CDB. He was just so low on food. And that
Yeah.
map can be so rough if you don't herd properly.
Even if you do, the push will come so early,
Mm-hmm.
you won't have it harder to get to see.
Yeah, exactly. Because like this one starts, like this herd started like way over there, and then it's
Yeah.
like he could have herded it a bit closer, but I mean like there's only so much you can do. All right, I think I'm
All
in.
right. So that's it for this series, I think.
Yes, it is.